Hello and welcome everyone. Myself Mijanur Rahaman, and today my topic of discussion is classification of nerve fibers. Today we will classify the nerve fibers basis on depending upon the structure and distribution, origin, function, secretion of neurotransmitter and diameter and conductor of impulse. So let us start. Now, what are the basis of classification? Nerve fibers are classified by 6 different methods. The basis of classification differs in each method, and different methods of classification are listed on this box. So, what are these? First, depending upon the structure, depending upon the distribution, depending upon the origin, depending upon function, depending upon secretion of neurotransmitter, and depending upon diameter and conduction of impulse, which is also known as Erlanger Gasser classification. Now, first, depending upon structure. Based on structure, nerve fibers are classified into two types. One is myelinated nerve fibers and one is non-myelinated nerve fibers. So, what is myelinated nerve fibers? Myelinated nerve fibers are the nerve fibers that are covered by myelin sheath, and non-myelinated nerve fibers are those which are now non-myelinated nerve fibers are the nerve fibers which are not covered by myelin sheath. So if the myelin sheath is present, then it is myelinated or myelinated nerve fibers, and if the myelin sheath is absent, then it is non-myelinated nerve fibers. Then, depending upon the distribution, nerve fibers are classified into two types on the basis of distribution. One is somatic nerve fibers and one is visceral or autonomic nerve fibers. So, somatic nerve fibers are supply the skeletal muscle of the body, and visceral or autonomic nerve fibers supply the various internal organs of the body. Now, depending upon the origin, on the basis of origin, the nerve fibers are divided into two types. One is cranial nerve fibers, one is spinal nerve fibers. Nerve fibers arising from the brain are called cranial nerve fibers, and nerve fibers arising from the spinal cord are called spinal nerve fibers. Now, depending upon the function, functional nerve fibers are classified into two types. One is sensory nerve fibers and one is motor nerve fibers. Sensory nerve fibers carry sensory impulses from the different parts of the body to the central nervous system, and these nerve fibers are also known as afferent nerve fibers. Then motor nerve fibers. Motor nerve fibers carry motor impulses from central nervous system to different parts of the body, and these nerve fibers are also called efferent nerve fibers. So afferent is sensory and efferent is motor. Now, depending upon the secretion of neurotransmitter, depending upon the neurotransmitter substances secreted, nerve fibers are divided into two types. One is adrenergic nerve fibers and one is cholinergic nerve fibers. Adrenergic nerve fibers secrete noradrenaline and cholinergic nerve fibers secrete acetylcholine. Now, depending upon the diameter and conduction of impulse or Erlanger Gasser classification. Erlanger Gasser classified the nerve fibers into the three major types on the basis of diameter or thickness of the fibers and velocity of conduction of impulse. One is type A nerve fibers, one is type B nerve fibers, one is type C nerve fibers. So, types of nerve fibers: A, in case of A alpha, A beta, A gamma, A delta. A alpha, the diameter is 12 to 24 micron, and its speed is velocity is up to 70 to 120 meter per second. A beta, that is 6 to 12 micron in diameter, and the velocity is 30 to 70 meter per second. Then gamma, 5 to 6 micron diameter, 15 to 30 meter per second velocity. A delta, 2 to 5 micron diameter, and its velocity is 12 to 15 meter per second. Then B, the diameter is 1 to 2 and the velocity is 3 to 10 meter per second. Then C, the diameter is less than 1.5 and the velocity is 0.5 to 2 meter per second. Now, among these fiber, type A nerve fibers are the thickest fibers and type C nerve fibers are the thinnest fibers. Type C fibers also known as type 4 fibers. Except the type C fibers, all the nerve fibers are myelinated. Now type A nerve fibers are divided into 4 types. Type A alpha or type 1 nerve fibers, type A beta or type 2 nerve fibers, type A gamma nerve fibers, and type A delta or type 3 nerve fibers. Now velocity of impulse. Velocity of impulse through a nerve fibers is directly proportional to thickness of the fiber, and different types of nerve fibers are along with the diameter and velocity of the conduction are given in the table. So let us summarize today's topic. We have classified the nerve fibers. So the basis of classification are depending upon structure, distribution, origin, function, secretion of neurotransmitter, and diameter and conduction of impulses, which is also known as Erlanger and Gasser classification. Depending upon the structure, one is myelinated, one is non-myelinated. Myelinated means presence of myelin sheath. Non-myelinated means absence of myelin sheath. Then we have discussed about the depending upon distribution. One is somatic, one is visceral or autonomic. Somatic nerve fibers supply the skeletal muscle of the body, and visceral or autonomic nerve fibers supply the various internal organs of the body. Depending upon origin, one is cranial, one is spinal. Nerve fibers arising from brain are called cranial, and nerve fibers arising from spinal cord are called spinal nerve fibers. Depending upon the function, these are 2 types. One is sensory, one is motor. Sensory nerve fibers carry sensation from the sensory impulses from the different parts of the body to the central nervous system, and these nerve fibers are also known as afferent nerve fibers. And then we have discussed about the motor nerve fibers, which carry motor impulses from central nervous system to different parts of the body, and these nerve fibers are also called efferent nerve fibers. Now, depending upon the secretion of neurotransmitter, one is the adrenergic nerve fibers, one is cholinergic nerve fibers. Adrenergic nerve fibers secrete noradrenaline, and cholinergic nerve fibers secrete acetylcholine. Then the last method, the Erlanger Gasser classification, or depending upon diameter and conduction of impulse. Erlanger and Gasser classified the nerve fibers into the 3 major types on the basis of diameter of thickness, the fibers, and velocity of the conduction of impulses. And types are type A, type B, and type C. And in case of type A, there are also 4 classifications: type A alpha, type A beta, type A gamma, type A delta. The diameter are, in case of type A alpha, diameter is 12 to 24 diameter micron, and velocity is 70 to 120. A beta, that is 6 to 12 and 30 to 70. And A gamma, 5 to 6 and 15 to 30. A delta, that is 2 to 5 and 12 to 15. And in case of B, it is 1 to 2 and 3 to 10. And in case of C, that is less than 1.5 in diameter micron, and the speed is 0.5 to 2 meter per second. So there are the classification, and among these fibers, the type A is the most thickest nerve fibers, and type C is the most thinnest nerve fibers, and type C fibers are also known as type 4 fibers, and except the type C fibers, all the nerve fibers are myelinated. And type A has 4 classification also: type A alpha, type A beta, type A gamma, type A delta, or type 1, type 2, type A gamma, and type 3. Now velocity of impulses. Velocity of impulses through a nerve fiber is directly proportional to thickness of the fiber. Different types of nerve fibers along with the diameter and velocity of conduction in the given table. So this is for now. We have discussed an important topic today. So if you have any query or any doubt, you can comment down in the comment section, and do like, share, and subscribe to my channel for supporting me and my channel. And thank you so much for watching the entire video.